And this was your answer, I suppose?
I still didn't finish as many runs as I wanted to. I mean, it was a couple of long runs where I should have just trusted my speed and kept going and not tried to cut back into a guy. But for the most part, I did do a pretty good job.
And how nice was it to get in the end zone?
Man, boy, I didn't even know what to do. I forgot what to do when you score a touchdown. No, that first one, I really didn't even know I scored a touchdown until I was still up on my feet and everybody was clapping. But it felt good to score my first touchdown and my second and my third.
Mario, you guys feel like you guys are starting to play, better as a secondary? It seems like you guys made a lot more plays today and were kind of all over the field.
Yeah, it was one of those things during practice that we tried to do last week versus Wake Forest, just being competitive versus everything. So this week in practice, we just tried to, like Coach Kelly always says, to play with a chip on our shoulder, and that's what I think we pretty much did today. It shows on the field when we made plays.
Does it seem that the whole team is kind of getting that spirit back, that chip on the shoulder mentality?
Yeah, I think it shows today, especially, and last week versus Wake Forest showed our resolve as a team, and I think everything is coming together for us.
Can you go through your play, the causing the fumble and then recovering it?
It was one of those things during the week while watching film that we noticed that a couple of their ball players carried the ball pretty loosely. So I seen 81, and all I can remember is the film when he was fumbling the ball on. We went through it yesterday, so he was carrying it pretty loosely. So I just stuck my hand in there and got it out.
Mario, how pleasing is it to hold that quarterback to 22 passing yards in the first half?
But I think it's pretty pleasing. Because like I said, go back to earlier, playing with a chip on your shoulder, you got to have that mentality. You're going to challenge everything, challenge the receiver, challenge the quarterback to make hard throws. And as they've been doing earlier, a lot of these receivers weren't being challenged. So that's one thing we're trying to make it hard on the quarterback.
Can you talk about the play of the offensive line?
Coach was saying you guys lacked intensity, and that was what the problem was. What's the difference in how just you guys as a team were coming out, and is that what's making the difference?
Yeah, I think that's a big part. The intensity and the effort that we've been showing is the growth as a team, offense, defense, and special teams. I think that's one area that's been coming together also is the special teams area.
What was lacking before, though? Because, you think about it from day one, y'all going to be intense. What was the turning point that made y'all realize we're not playing at the level we should be playing as far as just giving our all out there?
Well, maybe I can think back when during the NC State game, it was one of those things where you try to make excuses, but it's like Coach Groh always said, you can't have excuses. Everybody can have those. So it's one of those things you just got to put it behind you and keep on going and just go out and play.
Did y'all want to win this for Groh this week?
It was me personally, I did, but Coach Groh, he's one of those people, he never brought it up during the week. He just kept on coaching like he always usually do. But like I said earlier, I just want to play with a chip on my shoulder, and everybody else wanted to play with a chip on their shoulder just to let them know what they was missing.
Did y'all talk about it during the week, though, you and the other players?
It was a couple of us. We talked about it a little bit, but we didn't want to make a big deal because we already know the media was kind of hinting on that, so we just... I'm sorry. Please don't make me up, though. Yeah, but it's one of those things.
Don't put on the media.
What do you think you're talking about?
Did you bet Coach to get back in there 5 yards short of 200?
No, man, I knew my boy Richard Watson was about to go in, and he ain't seen the field since the first game, so I was like, man, just let him stay in. I ain't too much worried about it. I mean, hopefully we can have another game like this where I get this many yards.
Can you talk about the play of the offensive line and the holes they're opening up for you?
The offensive line played great today. They did a good job of coming out the ball low and blocking some guys downfield, and that left alleys open for me to find and run through.
Hey, Anthony, I know it's a healthy competition. I'm not trying to say it's negative. But I saw Jonathan out there today. You think him coming back, did y'all have some more trash talk or a little challenge? Or did that have anything to do with how well you did today?
Well, there wasn't no trash talk. It was more John, trying to help me out, telling me, because he played the position for 2 years, so he was really just telling me things that I should work on, things that I need to be looking for. But I did have it in the back of my mind, like, man, this dude John here, man, let me try, outdo him real quick, to try to shine on him.
Is that what happened on the one where you spun around and went into the end zone?
Yeah, I was. We really messed the play up, me and Joshua, and I really had to make up for it. So, yeah.
A second ago when we were talking about intensity and Mario was talking, Anthony, you were shaking your head like in agreement. And along with intensity, do you think it's finally y'all turned that point where, John's gone, Derek's gone, maybe in the back of your head y'all were thinking about it? Are you guys finally halfway through the season like, you know what, we're all right without this?
Man, we knew before the season that we was going to have to get over there. It's just, a few football players. When you play college football, players come and they go. So it's just a matter of us responding to that. And I think it wasn't a lack of intensity, it was a lack of urgency. You know, we really wasn't, you know, hustling to the ball, really wasn't hustling downfield. And, you know, we were just messing up in that way. And we came together this week and came together in the second half last week and we put it together.
Not to belabor not to belabor something negative, but you were just talking about having struggles there with you and Josh on that one play, but you also had the mesh fumble. It's kind of happened from time to time. Is it just you have to work on the timing more and more and more?
Yeah, it's just something that we got to keep working on. I mean, we work on it every day at practice for 20 minutes, and it's something that we got to keep on working on. I mean, I tried to cut behind the nose too early. The ball got caught on my leg. He thought I was trying to take it, and it was a fumble.
Okay, I'm embarrassed. My battery died. That light you just said was so good, so I'm gonna ask you a similar question. So what was the difference in the intensity and what just happened? And what you guys have turned around? No, you don't he was talking to that. He's like, what happened? So, come on.
Well, I don't think it was a lack of damn.
Can't remember
Run it back. I don't think it was a lack of intensity. I think it was a lack of urgency. And it was something that, you know, we really improved on second half last game and then going into this game that we needed to step up our urgency and getting to the ball fast and getting downfield and getting guys down.
Thank you. I'm competitive too.
I see.
Anthony, is it always a read that you get the ball, or a game like this you got it 25 times? Was the game plan to get you the ball today?
No, we just came out, you know, we did the normal things we usually do. We ran the triple option, and we noticed that they were running the ends out, and they were keeping the outside linebacker flowing over. So we did run some plays where it was designed to give me the ball, but I mean, overall, it was just a triple option, and Joshua was reading it out.
What were you all able to see, too, that not only allowed you to go inside with you, but also outside early on, you got the A-backs going involved, too?
Well, yeah, well, we noticed that if we ran trips to one side, that they were going to move the linebacker over. So we knew if we came back to the other side, it was going to be pretty much open if we can get a block. So that's what we tried to attack early on in the game.
Mario, did you see Coach Grove talk to his former players? And if so, did that kind of tell you a little bit more about what that meant to him, even though he didn't show it this week?
No, actually I didn't see him after the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
nah,
pretty much all of his players.
But you can tell Coach Grove, he's kind of quiet, but he's fiery. So I know he's, like, when he was at Virginia, it was one of those things, when you build a relationship, he was there for 9 years. So I know the players, that they really felt passion for him and was happy for him.
Anthony, what does it say about the confidence of Nesbitt? He comes off a fumble, and then very next series he has the ball, he goes right back and throws like a long 5-yard pitch. It goes for a 10-yard play where it still shows he's not afraid to run the offense. What does it say to you?
Well, you know, this morning Demo talked about it's not about, you know, what happens on the field. It's about how you respond to what happens on the field. And it's a big testament to Joshua as a leader, you know, where he had a fumble or he had the little interception thing, and he came back out and he kept on doing his thing because that's the type of thing Joshua does. I mean, he doesn't talk about it. He just plays on the field and lets his play talk for itself.
Anything else? Okay. Appreciate